What's up, everybody? It's Madam Adam. Welcome back to the channel. It's time for another Honest Tarot deck review. This one I got in the mail. From Mary. Someone, if you're watching, I apologize, but thank you for this. I'm unclear and I don't remember. There was no note in the package, but I don't know if this is fan mail or if this is a deck made by someone or sent from a company that sent this to me. I don't remember. But Mary, thank you much, because I love this and we're going to talk about it. But quite a few times, quite often actually, people ask me where I get my decks, and more often than not, a deck is sent to me by the creator of the deck or by a company that supports the deck or, you know, is selling the deck or something. So I have kind of that privilege where I get a lot of decks sent to me, and a lot of times it's people in my messages that are like, hey, I'm making a deck, can I send it to you? And I'm like, sure, my P.O. box is on my website, so it's there. And then I check my P.O. box, and there's decks in it. So this could have been a birthday present for me from March. This could have been fan mail. It could have been a PR package. I have no idea. I don't remember asking for it or communicating about it, but I'm glad that Mary, whoever, sent this to me because it's incredible. Today, we are talking about Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this. At all, but I wasn't until I got this in the mail, and I opened it up, and it is this gorgeous fucking silver metallic shiny what and I was like, look at this infinity symbol here, very much like a Threads of Fate kind of vibe to it, different company, but like, the fuck. So opened it up and was wildly impressed and engulfed and immersed and in love, obsessed with this deck. So the inside says Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. This is the Infinity Edition. There's other versions of this deck on their website. Created by Chase Voorhees. It's the first edition, second printing, copyright 2023, Jason Voorhees LLC, all rights reserved. Yes, it's a nice kind of galactic, if you can see that. There you go. A little galactic kind of star to the shine inside the box. A good magnetic carrying case. But like, how dope is that, right? And my first thought is like, oh, I'm going to get it dirty. You know, I'm going to get it dirty. It's going to get smudgy and fingerprinty, just the box maybe. But like, the cards are the same way. So before I show you guys the cards and we talk about them and why I like them so much, a little bit here. There's no guidebook. There's no guidebook to this deck. It comes with the cards and 2 extra that has some info. You can see the back of the cards have the shiny as well, mirror shininess to them as well. But yeah, let's read some of this. Tarot of the Holy Spectrum Infinity Edition, created by Chase Voorhees. Thank you so much for your purchase of the Infinity Edition. Thank you for gifting it to me. For this edition, I wanted to create a more vibrant color scheme as compared with the original edition of the Holy Spectrum that could be carried throughout the deck. I hope that these colors create a fun twist on the original imagery and maybe even add to your understanding of the cards. In the creation of this deck, I was inspired by the imagery of the Smith Rider-Waite and the work of Lindsay Mack, founder of Tarot for the Wild Soul, whose teaching served as a foundation for many of the visuals in the cards. Ultimately, the art in the finished deck is a blend of the inspirations mentioned above and my own intuitively guided interpretations of these archetypes. I hope this deck serves you for many years to come. And then the Instagram and the website is listed, which I will put in the description of this, of course. On the website, I sought out a bit more info, which we do have here. Tarot of the Holy Spectrum Infinity Edition is an independently designed tarot deck by multidisciplinary artist Chase Voorhees. The cards are printed on beautiful, high-quality 350 GSM art paper, featuring a high-gloss mirrored finish on the backs of the edges and the edges of the cards. Even the sides have the shine to them as well. An artistic inspiration behind the choice was the essence of the Lover's card itself. I love that, because the Lover's card in this deck is not two people or the man, woman, and spirit. It's not that. It's a person on the opposite side of what looks like glass, and they're like, you know, on the other side is their mirror, their reflection of themselves. So yeah, when the cards are face down, they create a mirror. As you draw cards, you are reaching and touching into a reflection of the self. Gooped, gagged, appalled, the gall, the gumption. I live. Fantastic. Tarot of the Holy Spectrum Infinity Edition tells a story through color. In this edition, the artist takes the color inspiration to another level. While the same basic color inspiration remains, each card has been completely reimagined. The major arcana follows a saturated color spectrum throughout the cards, while each of the minor suits progresses through that color spectrum as well. So as I noticed, like the suit of swords gets like bluer or like lighter, the color fades and changes throughout the suit. The cards are sized at 120 by 70 traditional tarot size and come in a gorgeous high gloss, fully mirrored magnetic flat box. Tarot of the Holy Spectrum Infinity Edition includes 78 tarot cards, mirrored box, and a microfiber cloth came with it as well. If you want to remove any fingerprints that may occur on the mirrored finish. So here is the some of the cool stuff that I love about this, and then I'll show you guys some of the cards and we'll talk about it a little bit, but it says, please note, this tarot deck does not come with a guidebook. The intention behind this choice is to empower the reader to come to their own understanding of what the cards mean for them. I agree, but even the artist and the creator of this deck did research to understand the archetype before he added his own flair to it, right? He took the idea of it. We at least, you know, what does that card mean? Okay, cool. Let me draw what I think that should look like, right? So that it still at least needs to come from an understanding of definition. So for that reason, I might not think this is a super beginner-friendly deck because there is no guidebook. There is nothing for you to learn with. If you have some tarot about you and you know some stuff, maybe for you, my experienced readers out there, or people that already, you know some things, or if you're, this is just not a learning deck, in my opinion. Get this deck in tandem with another deck that has a guidebook, right? And again, as I always say, we love a deck that is based on on Pamela Smith's imagery in the Rider-Waite deck, which this is as well. So it makes sense. So get, a Rider-Waite based deck that has a guidebook, and this one if you're interested. So, but, additionally, here's my favorite part. Additionally, because of the mirrored finish, this deck is prone to visible fingerprints and minor scratches. Hello nails, hello shuffle, right? There is an included microfiber cloth that can be used to remove any fingerprints that occur, but it is recommended that you wash your hands before you use them, right? That's fine. That's lovely. That's just like basic care and instruction. In the deck, there is an extra card here, aside from just like the thank you notes. Here it says care instructions. This deck has a mirror finish on the backs and edges. As a result of this, you may notice some visible fingerprints and minor scratches with use. This is on purpose. This tarot deck is meant to grow and evolve with you, and the patina that appears should be considered a reflection of said growth with the deck. If you would like to avoid leaving fingerprints while using the deck, we recommend washing your hands prior to use. We've also included a microfiber, blah, blah, blah. But like, my cards go through it. I think that like a used deck has so much more potency, right? And there are plenty of decks that I have used, that I have parted ways with, that I have gifted or sold or auctioned off, and people feel the value in it because it's been weathered, it's been worn, it's got my energy on it, it's got someone else's wisdom in it as well. You know what I'm saying? So I fucking love that. I love already just from me using it with a few lives. It's got some fingerprints on it. There's some small scratches on it already, and I'm not bothered. I am thrilled. Like, I love that. I think this is sickening. So, what do you think of that? I think this is so cool. I love the idea of like the deck meaning to be worn. It's meant to be worn. It's meant to be used. Or would you want to keep it nice and clean? I could never. Just knowing my hands, knowing how I shuffle, which let's do a good shuffle. Classic, gorgeous. We love that. Perfection. Here's a card for you. Temperance. This is a great symbol of like the way they did the Lovers card. This is their vision of temperance, which is a symbol of balance and peace, right? the self mixed with the other you, talking to the other you or your guides or the other side of the mirror per se. But yeah, I love the mirrored finish. I love the back on these. And my favorite thing about it is also the color palette. The color palette in the back I love so much for separate reasons than the mirror aspect or the color telling a story. This deck, like, has mad fucking, like, cyberpunk vibes to me. This metallic finish of, like, you know, kind of like a tech noir, futuristic sci-fi kind of metallic chrome Blade Runner cyberpunk kind of vibe, right? And then the colors here are so like vibrant and neon, and like that's the Seven of Pentacles. Again, a similar reflect, right? You can see where the imagery of Pamela Smith's art stands in the deck as well. But like the color palettes, the images, the way that the art is drawn, the way the characters are drawn here, the way that Chase draws, the art in general is very reminiscent of like the tarot challenge in the cyberpunk game. In the game Cyberpunk, there's a side quest. There's a tarot reader in the game, which is not the only reason I bought it. I'm a huge sci-fi fan. Blade Runner is my favorite movie ever. Star Wars is my favorite movie series. So yeah, but Cyberpunk, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, what else? Alita Battle Angel, Cowboy Bebop, like all of this kind of sci-fi noir kind of aesthetic to things. So if I ever designed a deck, it would probably have that kind of vibe or feel to it, you know, for me, a kind of mix of like nature and futuristic dystopia. So, but this deck, the imagery in it looks so similar, that just the style of it, the feel of it, the way the characters are moving, the look of it all. That's the Devil card in this deck. We love that. But it's just very reminiscent to me of the Cyberpunk challenge in the game, because you go through the game and you meet the tarot reader Misty, and who I intend to cosplay one day, hopefully, and she sends you on a quest looking for graffiti on the walls that is like the major arcana. So there's 22 graffitis all over Cyberpunks, all over Night City. So you have to go and find them. And the artwork, the graffiti on the walls, it just mirrors a lot of this artwork so well. And the color palette is so cool. It just gives me cyberpunk vibes. I fucking love it. It's got this futuristic, cosmic, but yet grounded and ethereal kind of aesthetic to it. But being a big sci-fi fan, I can't get past this chrome. You know, I love that so much. So I'm obsessed with this deck. Let me know what you think of it. A full look of it is coming up in a second, but do you enjoy this? What do you think of the back? Would you leave it clean, or would you want to leave it fucked up like me? I'm going to let it get dirty. I'm going to let it get fucked up. Look for this deck in a lot of Monday Night Lives coming up. And a lot of lives coming up in general, because I'm going to be using it quite a bit. I'm going to have the link and the info for getting the deck of your own if you would like. Let me know what you think. What do you think of the color palette? What do you think of the mirroring? Let me know. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's great. The fact that there's no guidebook, again, I don't really think that it's super beginner friendly, but it's definitely one that I think people should get, and I fully fucking endorse. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. A full view of the deck is coming up right now.
you.